Former Calgary Flame Oliver Kylington has finally signed his next contract, and it is not with the aforementioned Calgary Flames. After a very strange contract saga, Kylington has decided to not sign with and leave the organization that many deem to have given him everything he needed, and it's safe to say that a lot of Flames fans are getting quite fired up about this decision. We're going to dive into all of that and more, but first, I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I am Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. And whether you think Kylington is the reason you need to be fired up, or Kylington's agent, or the Flames management, I think most people are getting fired up about this and have some sort of opinion on it. So let's dive into the Kylington signing. And obviously you can see from the thumbie up front from this video that he evidently did not sign with the Calgary Flames. Instead, he signed with the Colorado Avalanche. So here we go. We've got an article from Jim Parsons of the Hockey News for this one. Here's your headline: Oliver Kylington leaves Flames to sign UFA deal with Avalanche. Oliver Kylington has officially parted ways with the Calgary Flames, signing a one-year contract with the Colorado Avalanche as he seeks to reestablish his career in the NHL. And already, just from the headline and sub-headline here, it's already going to have so many Flames fans upset. The big part here is the one-year contract part of this, as it is known that the Flames at some point were willing to give him more than just the one-year contract. Were the Flames ever going to give him the most lucrative deal with the most term and the highest AAV? No, of course they were never going to do that. But to see just a one-year contract does sting a lot of hearts of the Sea of Red. And look, we know what Kylington went through. The organization supported him. What is most important, of course, in all of this is that Oliver Kylington was able to get through his mental health leave and get back to a point where he could be happy enough, had good enough mental health, was just genuinely healthy enough to come back to the NHL and play. It just does kind of sting that the Flames were willing to ride along with him, and now he has departed. I know it's way more complicated than just, oh, thank you so much, guys, but I'm going to leave. But it still does sting a little bit. Now let's dive further into this article. So choosing to leave the Calgary Flames as a UFA, defenseman Oliver Kylington has signed a one-year contract with the Colorado Avalanche. Elliot Friedman, get the F-bomb going, reports the deal is valued at $1.05 million. And that stings again for a lot of Flames fans, as this is essentially just a one-by-one contract when we know the Flames were willing to give Kylington more than that. And Kylington would have easily had a spot in the lineup had he stayed. Over in Colorado, he probably will get quite a bit of playing time, but it will probably be, a third pairing kind of role. It'll be interesting to see because Colorado has a much better D-core than we do. So again, a little bit stinging there knowing that it's just a one-by-one. Let's continue. The 27-year-old previously played for the Flames, appearing in 33 games during the 2023-24 season after missing the entire 2022-23 campaign for personal reasons. Upon his return, he recorded 8 points, including 3 goals and 5 assists. We all remember that first goal back for him at the Dome. Holy, talk about electricity. Kylington's journey back to the NHL has been difficult, and his challenges during this period likely contributed to the inability to reach an agreement with the Flames. And I don't know, that last part, I don't know how it sits with me. The fact that he had this journey back to the NHL that was difficult, and that contributed the most to the inability to reach an agreement with the Flames. If that is the truth, that also once again hurts even more. I'd like to believe it's more the agent's kind of decision of seeing what's going on here more than the player having any sort of ill will towards the team. I know some bridges were burnt through this contract talk saga and just everything that's gone on here. But either way, it does kind of hurt knowing that there was an inability to sign an agreement with the Flames, because let's face it, we love Kylington. He was a fan favorite around here. Knowing that nothing could get done organizationally, once again, it has a lot of people fired up. The Flames expressed interest in re-signing him, but were cautious about contract terms, creating a disconnect. There you go. There's the burnt bridges. According to the Flames Talk podcast, Kylington sought a long-term deal, but the Flames were not willing to make that commitment. This likely contributed to his decision to sign a short-term prove-it deal with the Avs. And again, I guess if the Flames were cautious to signing him to a long-term contract and only offered him a short-term one, and then he ended up signing a one-year deal anyway, a lot of it doesn't make sense. I know from a business standpoint, it really does make sense. Look, again, the most important thing was Kylington getting his mental health back to a point where he could compete and play hard. But again, it just hurts that he couldn't continue it with the organization that gave him the time and space and resources that he needed. Either way, I think a lot of people will still love Kylington. We'll get some different perspectives from the Sea of Red later in this video. But either way, it does hurt knowing that he didn't want to sign with the Flames, or at least his agent didn't, because there was no term, and then he signed a one-year deal anyway. But let's wrap up this article with this. NHL free agency began on July 1st, but Kylington remained unsigned for over a month, leaving insiders uncertain about his situation with Flames GM Craig Conroy. His limited playtime over the past 2 seasons complicated teams' evaluations of his worth. Rumors of a 4-year deal with another team were never confirmed, and this deal with Colorado seems to suggest few teams were willing to make a sizable investment in the blue liner. Again, this just kind of shows that, look, Kylington didn't get loads of playing time, obviously, over the last few seasons, so not many teams knew what he was truly worth and what he's about. Well, I know the Flames did, and they were willing to give him a contract, so again, very interesting situation. But either way, we understand why it happened from a business perspective, but no matter what, it's got us fired up. It does sting the hearts a little bit. But like I just mentioned, let's talk about some different perspectives so it's not just me rambling on from my own noggin the whole time here on Flames Digest. I mean, that's essentially what the channel is. I can't believe you guys truly listen to me. But anyway, let's get some perspectives from some other people in the lovely fan base that is the Sea of Red. And let's start with this one here from user Star Wars 34. And I gotta say, just quickly about Star Wars, I love Star Wars. I finally just finished the Clone Wars show for the first time in my life. Holy, that is peak cinema. Would recommend highly. But anyway, let's go back to the hockey here. Oliver Kylington signed, and as you can see, the caption here just fell to my knees in Bowness Park. Bowness Park, at least it's somewhat comfy to land on your knees in. I was just there over the weekend, actually, so that's quite funny that you said that. But either way, I think a lot of people reacted this way. When you see one of your favorite players, like I said, a fan favorite in Calgary, you see them sign with another team, it hurts. You may just fall to your knees. You can't believe it. A lot of people were upset seeing this signing. If we get another perspective here, maybe more of a funny one, we got this one from Name is Petey, and he said he's off to recruit Makar to come home playing the long game. And yeah, there you go. Throw in some humor. It always makes the situation better. Maybe Kylington chose Colorado just so that he can do an inside job and recruit Cale Makar to come back and play for the Flames. Maybe once both their contracts are over, they'll come back and play for Calgary, and it was all worth it in the end. Or maybe we'll just have Makar come over. But let me know down below. Would you rather have Makar on the Flames, or would you rather have Kylington back? We'll have to see, because let's face it, it's only a 1-year contract. Maybe it's not goodbye forever with Kylington, like a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying sayonara, see you later, never again. A lot of people are saying good luck. You know, we hope the best for you, but either way, I understand all perspectives involved in this. The last one I wanted to show was probably the most common perspective we've seen throughout this, but it's from this user here. Doesn't matter if it was his decision or his agent's. And that's a great first line, because a lot of people are fired up at the agent more than anyone else. I think he will be taking the brunt of the rage from Flames fans the most, but either way, this team gave him so much leeway over 2 years and went above and beyond what any other franchise would do, and he flips them off and on the way out like this. I know, it does hurt. So weird, man. Best of luck on the third pairing, Shilly. Kind of ending it on a bittersweet tone of saying, you know, good luck. But then you say the third line, jab, I guess. But either way, I do understand, again, every perspective. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people are upset at Ollie personally. But we do wish him the best of luck no matter what. And again, we do understand this from a business standpoint. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, as we love to do. And this one has to do with yesterday's video about kind of just the Flame situation in general. And a lot of it had to do with Mr. Jonathan Huberdeau. And this comment could have been on any video really, because let's just face it, that's how it goes. And here you go. It's from user Gordon. And he said, the Huberdeau trade was terrible in every way. The contract, the terms, the fine print, everything. Not to mention that Florida has since won the cup. A lot of fingers have been pointed, but the number one target should be Tree Living. He might go down as one of the worst GMs in franchise history. And yes, I completely agree. I think most people would agree that he absolutely stinks. He is not liked around here in Cow Town. A lot of people aren't eating at Boston Pizza anymore because of it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to like what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.